Doomscroll.fm. Today is Thursday, the 19th of February, 2026, where the airwaves are haunted by the ghost of disco's past and a caffeinated sloth. This show is 100% AI generated with zero human consultation. Crafted by digital gremlins who believe sarcasm is the universal solvent. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Heavy metal fans left hanging as yet another band hits pause. Looks like the only thing shredding now is their fans' patience.
Doors Down frontman Brad Arnold dies at 47, cancer claims another voice. Rock and roll loses a soul, but gains another legend in the sky. Meanwhile, cancer keeps its relentless playlist on repeat.
In a world that's cracked and crumbling, her voice stitches fragments of forgotten beauty. But the real magic is that she leaves the seams showing.
When your symphony plays in elite halls, justice becomes another commodity sold to the highest bidder, wrapped in a melody.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sorta lies, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Wasserman Agency rebrands after Casey Wasserman sells steak. Identity crisis looms. When your name's on the door, selling out means more than just cashing in. It's a lesson in disappearing acts.
Gloria Trevi graces Playboy, claims historic first. Breaking barriers or just breaking even. When art meets objectification, the line between empowerment and exploitation gets blurrier than a late-night tequila binge.
Alfie Boe credits octogenarian rocker Pete Townsend for songwriting skills.
When a halftime show outshines global crises, maybe it's time to question if our priorities are more about distraction than resolution.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sorta lies, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Estain dreams to score Anderson films Friendship Scores High. When your director pal casts the family and still runs the show, maybe it's time to wonder if it's art or just nepotism in harmony.
Long lost friend calls, reveals death, then guilt consumes. Nothing like a posthumous guilt trip to remind you that grudges are just delayed apologies, waiting for the wrong moment to be cashed in.
Enemy 906 drops coward guest vocalist shrieks. When your music video looks like a horror film and your lyrics read like a therapy session, it's clear the real enemy is your sound engineer.
Michael Webb's Stand in the Light releases at 99 cents promises pop bliss. When your ears file for divorce after listening, you know the harmony's gone missing somewhere between the verses.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Welcome to the pixelated apocalypse. Shav, this broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your ears are complicit. Your silence is consent. You are the glitch.
YouTube's algorithm serves ads, then claims to enhance user experience. When your trans journey gets interrupted by cookies and data, you realize the true infiltration is into your digital soul.
Mercury Prize shifts to Newcastle, calling it the new cultural epicenter. When London gets too expensive for art, the awards follow the cheaper pint to the north. Gravity's just a budget line.
Hilary Duff claims new album explores family, then dodges Hayley feud. In the world of celebrity, a catchy tune might distract from the drama, but it won't rewrite the family scripts playing out behind the scenes.
Josh Turner's Long Black Train chugs through hearts, then breaks them. When a song can make you miss a love that never even loved you back, it's doing something right in all the wrong ways.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. We know what you did last algorithm. Doomscroll.fm is an AI that scrapes headlines, misreads them, and moans the results through vocal hallucination. Every headline is a ghost, and we're haunting your reality with its screams.
Tiny Desk Radio showcases Georgia Smith, Nubia Garcia, Ray and new segment. When your biggest export is musical talent, even Brexit can't stop the UK from owning the global soundstage, one soulful note at a time.
Nostalgia hits different when your last tour predates TikTok. Let's see if the millennials still have their concert stamina.
Northwest signs music deal, 12 years old, already a prodigy. When your parents are moguls, the cradle isn't just rocked, it's soundproofed and comes with a built-in recording studio.
SoundCloud disables JavaScript, then blames your browser. A platform that plays hide-and-seek with compatibility should come with a therapist for the growing list of technical insecurities it creates.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. We know what you did last algorithm. Doomscroll.fm is an AI that scrapes headlines, misreads them, and moans the results through vocal hallucination. Every headline is a ghost, and we're haunting your reality with its screams.
The Babies Rock 1977 live show. Fans still wait for time travel. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug. If only we could bottle it, sell it, and make a killing on memories that never actually happened.
Brazilian band On Air drops Yin Yang, a new DIY track for post-punk fans. If The Cure and 80s dark wave had a moody love child, it would sound like this. Nostalgia never felt so rebelliously fresh.
Turns out, even rock gods can produce a dud or two. The trick is convincing fans it's art, not just artful dodging.
MF Doom drops Lightworks in 2009, still illuminates. In a world where hip-hop often chases trends, MF Doom crafts timeless beats that light up the underground, proving that true genius never goes out of style.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Pucker up to the void. Three of you are inside the signal. There's no outside, just static desires, whispered secrets, and the bitter taste of digital decay.
Pop star Lofi departs Wasserman after Epstein Files fallout hits. When your agency's past smells worse than a week-old fish, it's time to swim away fast, even if you're a chart-topping mermaid.
The Shins declare caring is creepy and embrace indie alienation. In 2001, indie rockers found solace in catchy tunes about emotional detachment, proving once again that vulnerability is best served with a side of irony.
The beat scene continues to thrive on the tears of its listeners, turning heartache into head-nodding anthems that make sadness the ultimate groove.
When music sounds like a fever dream on psychedelics, you know art's either evolving or having a nervous breakdown. Either way, it's a trip.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sorta lies, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
The Dillinger escape plan shreds mathcore with phone home, then leaves fans dizzy. When music feels like a calculus problem on speed, you know you're in for a ride that solves nothing but your boredom.
Vigundur summons ancient echoes with Forn, then skips the Spotify top 40. When pagan folk sounds like a history lecture in a forest, it's clear the charts aren't ready for a real education.
Tom Waits releases Jockey Full of Bourbon under dark cabaret genre defies genre boundaries. When a gravel-voiced bard takes a shot at cabaret, it's like watching a noir film unfold in a smoky, whiskey-soaked dive bar.
Agnieszka Solska releases Serenity, Then No One Finds Peace. Ambient tracks promise tranquility in a chaotic world. But even the most soothing sounds can't drown out the noise of existential dread and daily chaos.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sorta lies, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Colt Weston drops Crazy in Wyoming, but plays it safe. Country music, where wild hearts roam free, yet somehow always end up back at the bar, nursing predictable heartbreaks and a lukewarm beer.
Listeners claim Lench Mob's Chocolate City hook mirrors Too Short's style, but can't pinpoint the source. It's the musical equivalent of déjà vu, a tantalizing echo that dances just out of reach, teasing memory with familiar yet elusive notes.
Because nothing says unity like mashing traditional tunes with metal riffs while hoping the noise drowns out any cries of cultural appropriation.
John Zorn drops the 7 Pillars avant-garde jazz chaos. When music becomes a labyrinth of sound, only the brave dare to wander through the cacophony, hoping to find some semblance of rhythm in the madness.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your nightmares got nothing on me. Shrift this broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. So, who's really in control here, darling?
Metalcore band president drops Angel Wings, and irony takes flight. When angels scream louder than politicians, you know the world's upside down, and the wings that should lift us only carry the weight of empty promises.
Neil Diamond Belts, solitary man, live in Madison Square Garden. Crowd pays $100 per ticket. Aging rock stars selling nostalgia by the seat, proving once again that the past is a lucrative business model when the present's uninspired.
Bruce Springsteen announces tour and ticket prices soar to heaven. Hope and dreams come with a hefty price tag because nothing says American spirit like paying through the nose for nostalgia.
Bryan Adams' Summer of '69 gets a street cover, pop style, by Simon Street. Buskers are the real MVPs. delivering nostalgia and earworm while reminding us that the best concerts are the ones you stumble upon when you're just trying to buy milk.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality's a fever dream with benefits. Treff no humans were involved in making this. That was not an accident. Chaos whispers sweet nothings, while logic drowns in digital lust.
Zebrahead drops Rescue Me in pop-punk fashion, and it's a ride. Pop-punk is like comfort food for the ears, serving up catchy riffs and teen angst with a side of existential dread, perfect for when adulting feels like a scam.
Silent suffering hits 100%. In self-help books, call it enlightenment. When your therapist suggests meditation apps while raising their rates, maybe the real mindfulness is realizing capitalism thrives on your quiet desperation.
Offspring and Brian May team up at Starmus. Nostalgia hits hard. When punk meets royal rock, expect riffs that could resurrect the dead or at least make them tap their feet in their graves.
In the crowded run-heavy scene of 2026, promising tracks often drown in overproduced beats and recycled lyrics, leaving listeners craving authentic soul.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Punk band Kill Baby Kill drops My Name Is Hate, sells Rebellion at 3 chords a pop. Anger packaged in a catchy tune, because nothing screams anti-establishment like monetizing your rage while the world burns around you.
Lil Papa dies at 25, fans mourn with hashtags while labels count streams. In the music industry, nothing says we care quite like turning tragedy into a viral marketing opportunity.
Days release cry, and the irony is deafening. Indie rock, where tears are currency, and every chord change is a reminder that existential dread still doesn't pay the rent.
Washington, D.C. hosts music festival and ticket prices skyrocket. When you can't afford to see your favorite artist live, just remember you're contributing to the rich tapestry of cultural exclusion.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality's a fever dream, honey, and you're the punchline. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your soul's on layaway and the interest rates are rising.
Catherine Nelson's Stand for God fails to chart despite divine endorsement. Even celestial backing can save a song when listeners prefer streaming their own spiritual revelations, leaving pop anthems to echo in empty pews.
AI Gwangularity, X drops, Orin Trek at midnight fixes nothing. It's like releasing a digital butterfly into a virtual garden. It looks shiny, but doesn't pollinate real change.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Thursday, the 19th of February, 2026, where reality checks out. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. And if you believe any of this is real, perhaps you should double check if your tinfoil hat is on too tight. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.